Hello and welcome to Parliament Today, your guide to all that happened in the Indian Parliament today. It was day one of the Monsoon Session of Parliament today. This session will have 19 sittings till the 12th of August. Reportedly, the government is likely to introduce 6 bills during the course of this session. And of course, there is the all-important budget. Nirmala Sitharaman's 7th budget as Finance Minister and the newly elected NDA government's first. Before the budget, which will be presented tomorrow, an economic survey was tabled today. The survey is essentially an annual comprehensive report that encapsulates the state of the Indian economy, like the growth figures, inflation, etc. Almost like a precursor to the main budget. We'll tell you the key findings from the survey that you should know. So watch this video till the end. The day began with Prime Minister Narendra Modi's customary address to the media before the session. PM Modi appealed to all members of Parliament to put all differences aside so that the Parliament could function effectively. In a jibe at the opposition, he said negative politics of some parties had led to the voice of the Prime Minister being suppressed. Listen in to what he had to say.
2 घंटे तक देश के प्रधानमंत्री का गला घोंटने का, उनकी आवाज को रोकने का, उनकी आवाज को दबाने का लोकतांत्रिक परंपराओं में कोई स्थान नहीं हो सकता है और इसका कोई पश्चाताप तक नहीं है, दिल में दर्द तक नहीं है.
The session then began on a stormy note as opposition MPs, including Congress's Rahul Gandhi, cornered the government on irregularities in the NEET scam in the Lok Sabha. Leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi, Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav too were the key speakers. Mr. Gandhi called the Indian examination system fraud and said the education minister, that is Dharmendra Pradhan, was blaming everyone but himself. Here's what he said.
Speaker sir, it's obvious to the whole country. It's obvious to the whole country that there is a very serious problem in our examination system. This is not just a question of NEET, it is in all the major examinations. Now, the minister has blamed everybody except himself. Right? I don't even think he understands the fundamentals of what is going on here.
Pradhan then got up to reply amid ruckus. He claimed that not a single paper leak had happened in the last 7 years of the NDA government.
Sir, with full responsibility, I would like to submit in front of House, through you, sir, there is no evidence of paper leak in last 7 years, in any numbers. So there are incidents, already this case, right now, Speaker, sir, this case is going in front of Honorable Supreme Court. All the things has come out, every question has put in front of Supreme Court. Honorable CJI is personally presiding over that bench, and with full responsibility I can say, in last, after NTA, more than 240 examination has been conducted, more than 5 crore students has been applied, and more than 4.5 crore students successfully participated in the examination. These are the all fact and records.
Now this claim has been hotly contested. Opposition leaders slammed Pradhan for not paying attention to the hardships faced by lakhs of students. And more notably, Pradhan was criticized over the veracity of his claims. As per reports, over 70 cases of exam leaks, including recruitment and board exams over the past 7 years, were seen across 15 states. These leaks are said to have affected 1.7 crore applicants. Over in the Rajya Sabha, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar rejected notices from opposition MPs calling for a discussion on a controversial order by the Uttar Pradesh government. The order directed shops along the Kavadi Yatra route to display the names of their owners and staff. Now, 7 opposition MPs had called for an immediate debate on this directive. However, Dhankar turned down the request, citing non-compliance of rules by the MPs. Now, let's come to the economic survey. Like I said in the beginning, this is a precursor to the main budget that will be tabled tomorrow. Here are some of the key takeaways from that document. For starters, the survey says India's economy is on a quote-unquote strong wicket and stable footing despite global challenges. Then on India's growth, the survey says India's GDP is likely to grow at 6.5 to 7% in the current fiscal year. This growth projected for 2024-2025 is lower than the economic growth rate of 8.2% estimated for the previous financial year. The current growth rate is slightly lower than the RBI or the Reserve Bank of India's own forecast of 7.2%. Next, on inflation. As per the survey, inflation rate in India stood at 5.4% in 2024, the lowest level since the COVID-19 pandemic. The government claims that inflation is under control. The Reserve Bank, however, expects this to be at 4.5% in FY25 and 4.1% the following year. Food inflation, which is effectively the rise in price of food commodities, has gone up. As per the survey, food inflation was at 6.6% in financial year 23, went up to 7.5% in financial year 24. This increase was blamed on unfavorable weather conditions that restricted production, and farmers faced challenges due to extreme weather events and depleted reservoirs. On the jobs front, the survey cites the periodic labor force survey data, which shows that unemployment rate declined to 3.2% in 2022-2023. If you look at more specific data, the survey highlights that India's workforce is nearly 56.5 crore people. More than 45% are employed in agriculture, 11.4% in manufacturing, 28.9% in services, and 13% in construction. As per the survey, in terms of employment status of workers, 57.3% of the total workforce is self-employed, and 18.3% is working as unpaid workers in household enterprises. Casual labor comprises 21.8% of the total workforce, and regular wage or salaried workers are about 21% of the total workforce. The economic survey further suggests that the youth unemployment rate, which basically involves those above the age of 14, has dropped from 17.8% in 2017-18 to 10% in 2022-2023. So these were some of the highlights. Now all eyes will be on the budget tomorrow. Whether there will be tax reliefs or not, which sectors will get how much of allocation. We'll get a thorough analysis on the budget over the course of the next few days. So do stay tuned to HW News English for the same. Thanks for watching.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.